Hello you guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to a Tuesdays in the Attic using the Freaky Fast formulas from the scrap room. So this is going up today because Jen and I both had apparently a crazy March, unexpectedly crazy. April 4th, we decided no video, but I didn't have this up last week, so that is why mine is going up today. This one has a lot of cuts, and it was actually kind of hard for me to figure out how I wanted to do this, because with all these cuts and all these pieces of paper, the only thing my brain thought to do was to then create a whole new background, essentially. So I have them all cut, and it was two 1.5 by 12s, and this was a kit from the scrap room. It was a combination of some Teresa Collins family stories, so a lot of black and white, and then some My Mind's Eye chalk studio. Rana Farrer, which is super cute. Yep, so some My Mind's Eye chalk studio, and then you got these two pieces of this pink cardstock. So I'm not a big pink person, but I did have this photo of my husband and I in these pink sunglasses. It was a local minor league baseball game that I sang the national anthem for, and it was a clinic game. So the clinic I worked at, it was like every other year we got a game to go to that was free for us. And then it was also, I think, breast cancer awareness or something to do with that. So that's why we all got pink sunglasses when we got there. It was super fun. It was a nice little date night. We hadn't had a date night in a while, back in 2016. So I picked out that photo. And then, so two 1.5 by 12. So I had this pattern, and on the back is this cut apart, or, well, not really. It's just a bunch of squares with numbers. And then this pattern, which is polka dot on the other side, is this the chalk thing. Then also two 3 3/4 by 12. So I did polka dot again, and I did some of the pink cardstock. That's the 2.5 by 12. Two 3 3/4 by 12. So that's the pink stripe, and this chevron, which is these people in the background with the pink hearts. It's a girl and a boy. And then 8.5 by 12, which is this piece, I believe. And then 4 1/4 by 1.5. It's in here somewhere. Here it is. It's this tiny little piece. 5 by 6 3/4, which is one of these, and another 5.5 by 6 3/4, which is one of these. So I started cutting it all, and I looked at it, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? It's just a lot of stripes and a lot of. So I figured I would just build a background, and I think, if I remember correctly, I did this partially at retreat as well, and I figured it all out to a point. So I think I'm just going to. I had lots of layers, is all I remembered. So I was gonna start with. Which then part of my brain is like, well, that's not really fair, because you're not really seeing all the pieces for the length that they are, but at the same time, like, does that really matter? Probably not. So then I just started, I don't remember how I did this. It looked really cute when I finally had it done. Because I want a big chunk of that to show. I'm really just using this cardstock as a guide. Yeah, how did I do this? I feel like I did this. And then we did that piece on that, that on that, and this on this. No. I did it some way that made it really cute. And then I was going to layer my photo up on these. No, I remember not wanting, I just remember it, I mean, it's already hard to figure out what I want to do. And I remember it being hard. I was trying to figure it out. I feel like maybe I put this one, because I didn't want too much of that pink stripe next to another pink stripe, you know what I mean? I feel like I did that. And then I'm going to banner that. Something along those lines. Yeah, something along those lines. So I have all those pieces that I'm using. And then I'm going to trim this down and mat this on white cardstock. And then I was just going to use this like as my title and stick it like right here. Something simple. Because with so much paper, you don't want, it's like too crazy. So you can't, yeah. So let me glue this stuff together, which I will have a whole piece of pink cardstock then left over. So maybe I'll do white and pink cards because I have this pink and the other pink. Because I won't even need it after I glue this stuff together. I won't need that piece of pink cardstock to hold it together. It's more of a guide. And then I've got all these stripes. But yeah, let me glue all that together and then I'll check back in with you. Okay, I got it all glued down and I wanted to bring a little bit of that blue in. So I just kind of did messy behind the photos with those two papers. I really wasn't sure what to do with them. I don't know if this was the best kit for this Freaky Fast formula, but I made it work and I got a page done relatively quickly. I kind of struggled after that trying to figure out what I wanted to add to it. But like I had mentioned, having this many pattern paper sometimes minimal is better because there's so much going on. So I wanted to bring out the blue, so I grabbed a doily. I made that one into a banner, and then since I wanted to bring out the blue, this didn't get as light as I wanted to, but I had a piece of blue cardstock and I put speckled egg over it to lighten it up a little, which it did. And then I had this random camera like card ephemera in my stash, added that just to add a little something down here. And then I was trying to debate on if I wanted to add anything else. And I thought maybe just some white Nuvo drops. Like, I don't want to be crazy with this because, like I said, it already is kind of crazy. So I'm just going to add some white Nuvo. And this is, I believe it's called chalkboard. So it's just a matte, let me see, chalk stick, sorry. And this is vintage drops. So they're matte, if I remember correctly. So I'm just going to add some clusters of 3 around. And that's it. We're not doing much else. I journaled. My journaling isn't as nice as I thought it would be. I thought it'd be nice and neat on that tag. Whatever. It's kind of just whatever. It's one of those. Yeah, Add a couple Nouveau drops around. Like I said, it's another page done. It may not be my favorite, but the story got told. A date night we actually had, and yeah. And I used a lot of this kit. Having all those cuts actually used up a lot of paper, so that was kind of nice too. So I guess if you have a kit that you want to use a bunch of paper up, do this Freaky Fast formula. It's a good one. There you go. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.